The hospital hallway was cold, sterile, and unforgiving. Fluorescent lights flickered above, casting long shadows across the polished floors. Martin Hawk, a single dad and janitor, pushed his mop bucket along the corridor, his back aching from another 12-hour shift. Nurses whispered as he passed, patients stared, and even a few doctors smirked behind their masks. "What's a guy like him doing here?" someone muttered. Martin ignored it all, focusing on his work. He had spent years scrubbing floors, cleaning restrooms, and emptying trash bins to provide for his 8-year-old daughter, Zoe. Life had never been easy, but he carried it with quiet dignity. If you believe in kindness and second chances, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Life Spark Stories. This story is about the power of humanity in the smallest acts. That morning, the hospital had been buzzing more than usual. A gala was planned in the pediatric wing, celebrating the youngest patients who had battled severe illnesses. Among the elite guests was Serena Blackwell, the formidable CEO of a multinational company, known for her icy demeanor and sharp judgments. She was accompanied by her daughter, Chloe, a bright and curious 12-year-old with golden curls and a smile that could light up a room. Serena had little patience for anything that didn't fit into her meticulously ordered life, and she certainly looked down on the janitors and support staff, including Martin. Martin's shift was almost over when a sudden commotion erupted near the hospital atrium. Chloe, chasing a paper airplane her nurse had tossed playfully, stumbled and collapsed. Panic swept across the room as doctors and nurses rushed forward. Without thinking, Martin dropped his mop and dashed toward her. He caught Chloe in his arms just as her tiny body went limp, and for a heart-stopping second, time seemed to freeze. Her chest rose and fell weakly, and Martin's hands instinctively performed a gentle, stabilizing hold. He whispered words of comfort, not knowing if she could hear him, but knowing she needed someone's presence. Sweat dripped from his forehead, and his heart pounded fiercely, not from fear, but from a fierce, protective instinct he had honed as a father. The doctors arrived and took Chloe, stabilizing her condition. Serena, standing frozen, felt her world tilt. She had been ready to scold and criticize the hospital staff, but this janitor, this quiet, unassuming man, had just saved her daughter's life. The color drained from her face as she watched Martin slump against a wall, exhausted, covered in the grime of his shift, yet holding himself with a strength she had never seen in boardrooms or business meetings. In the following days, Serena couldn't shake the image of Martin. The whispers about him at the hospital seemed absurd now. How could the man she had looked down upon for so long show a courage, a tenderness, and a selflessness that no amount of wealth or status could buy? She began to visit the pediatric wing more often, not for charity, but to meet the father who had saved her daughter. And Chloe, now recovering, insisted she wanted to see Martin every day, calling him her hero and leaving little drawings for him on his mop bucket. Martin's life began to shift in subtle ways. Nurses greeted him warmly, colleagues smiled without pretense, and even Serena found herself asking him advice, not about finances or business, but about life, compassion, and resilience. His daughter Zoe, watching from home, saw her father recognized not just as a janitor, but as a man whose courage could move mountains and whose heart could touch lives beyond measure. A few months later, the hospital held a small ceremony to honor Martin's bravery. He stood there, mop forgotten, his eyes reflecting tears he tried to hide. Chloe ran into his arms, and Serena extended her hand with genuine gratitude. The room, once a place of cold judgments and silent mockery, now buzzed with applause for a single dad whose love and humanity had rewritten everyone's assumptions. If this story touched your heart, please engage with the video. Like, comment, and share it so others can feel the power of everyday heroes.